This is NXT 2.0. Yes, guys, we're back with an NXT review, 22nd of February, and we are on the road to. Is it Stand Up and Fight? I can't remember what they called the name of this fucking pay-per-view, guys. I'm not going to lie. But we're going to dive into it. It's basically happened at WrestleMania weekend, and then after that. What was it fucking thing he said in his first. Basically, Scott Steiner comes out, because that's what Braun. I mean. I'm almost convinced that Braun Breaker is Scott Steiner's son. Like, I'm not, like, obviously, like, Rick and Scott did sound similar, but he literally sounds like Scott Steiner. Like, if you had your eyes closed, you'd either think it is Scott Steiner or it's Scott Steiner's son. Like, I know you associate them, like, the promos more with Scott, especially after, like, WCW ended and shit. And, like, his later, like, his run in TNA, and, well, obviously had the run in WCW, like, Big Papa Pump. But you get where I'm coming from, guys. But basically, the pay-per-view is called Stand and Deliver. He says that he's going to batter whoever the number one contender is. Out comes Dolph Ziggler. He says, "You're not holding on to the belt until then, because I have a number one contendership match tonight against Tommaso Ciampa," which of course is our main event, so we've got that. We have LA Knight taking on Grayson Waller. Wade Barrett really hates this guy, Grayson Waller. I mean, again, Wade Barrett, though, he's like a tweener on commentary, but he doesn't like the really bastard heels. He kind of likes Mandy Rose, but for obvious reasons, you know. Not for the, oh, she's a bastard, that's why, because she's got great tits. Wade Barrett. That's basically what he came out and said on commentary here. But yeah, Grayson Waller managing to essentially get jobbed out here. But the match does get wrong out, interference, good night, but obviously LA Knight wins via interference. The ref calls it off, so yeah, I mean, I guess we're going to prolong this feud a wee bit longer, which I have nothing wrong with, to be honest. Well, I say nothing wrong with, I don't really give a fuck, but you get my point. And then basically, again, we get like multiple promos. I'm just going to cover them all with like the women that are in this Dusty Classic, but the best one was probably Cora Jade and Raquel Gonzalez going through unique Dusty Cup training, which basically was them at this like climbing thing. Like, was really high up. They were doing zip line. I mean, it was a wee bit goofy, like, but I mean, at least it was different. You don't really see this shit on Raw. Like this was goofy, right? And I'd almost like, it's like people would be like, "Oh my god, wrestling's gay." Yeah, I mean, yep, not denying that. But like, see what they're doing on Raw. Well, there's literally a belt with grown men, and they're just rolling each other up for victories. Like, and that's literally what it is. Like, that's the gimmick of the 24/7 title. Roll-ups. It's fucking awful. Like, this stuff is not good, but it's better than that. But people would probably say this is a lot more goofier than 24/7 title stuff. I disagree. Kylie Ray, though, and Luciana defeat Amray Miller and Lash Legend to move in to the next round. Brooke Jensen is getting help here, setting up his dating profile. I don't know if this is Tinder or whatever the fuck he's using, but, you know, he's like, "Are you a transformer? Because you're looking mighty fine." I mean, damn it. Yeah, not really working for the guy. Tinder's no working for Big Brooks Jensen. Next up, though, we have Duke Hudson taking on Dante Chen. Dante Chen kicks off his match strong. Too bad I was asleep for 2 minutes and 55 seconds of it, and the clip's only 2 minutes 56 seconds. But Duke Hudson wins, but it's not the last time we'll see Duke Hudson. Meanwhile, Carmelo Hayes and his wee buddy come out. What was his name? Trick Williams. Basically, they're like, "Yeah, we're the best." But out comes Pete Dunne. He basically challenges Carmelo Hayes. He says, "Nope, no having that." But out comes Cameron Grimes. This bum, this guy with like nae physique, nae nothing, comes out, attacks this prick, and then he basically defeats his partner, Carmelo Hayes' partner, Trick Williams, in a match later on tonight. Then we have Andre Chase teaching his class about intestinal fortitude. He basically talks about balls for a minute 26. This was actually alright. Kind of gave me Mankind, Al Snow vibes when Mick Foley would never fuck up about it. So yeah, blast to the past. Why not? Next up though, we have Nikita Lyons, this person who was at concerts, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm a man, but I'm not really a man. I'm a woman. But yeah, I can beat up the men." All right, whoop they fucking do. Duke Hudson then makes his move on it per se Parata, but in comes Dexter's girlfriend. I can't remember her name, but it turns out these two used to have a thing. And he's like, "Come on, you know you want me," basically along those lines. And Dexter like puts his head down. He's like, "Oh no," and then walks off, which I thought was pretty funny. Then with these two guys, Robert Stone tells Andre Chase that the guy's managing, you're in his world and you're living in it. Awful. Absolutely shit. Imperium interrupt the Creed Brothers Dusty Cup celebration. We've got this midget black guy. I've no idea who he is, but his facial expressions are pretty funny, so I'll give that to him. But out comes your big man, Solo Sakia. He's ready to fight Gunther, but your wee midget man thought he was helping him, so we got a pretty funny backstage segment with that. Then we get like two promos. Grayson Waller talking a load of shit. Joe Gracie also talking a load of shit. We then have another women's Dusty Cup match. Casey Katuza and Karen Carter versus Ivy Neal and Tatum Paxley. Casey Katuza and Kaden win. I mean, just listen to those four fucking names. Like, it's just four fucking jobbers. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. But yes, now it is main event time. We have Ziggler versus Ciampa. Ziggler with the win, but only because of the assist of cameraman Bobby Roode. Out comes Braun Breaker, cuts it. Alright, promo again. This guy's no bad. It's like, or have you forgot your balls? Basically challenges him to a 2-on-2 match next week. Then we end a brawl with the show. Ref splitting up and shit. But you know what, right? I actually, for the first time, probably in NXT history, apart from a few Dexter clips, I actually didn't mind this ending. I actually could actually borderline say I enjoyed it. Even though all four of them are pretty pish, except for Braun Breaker, and the Dirty Dogs are awful. But like, why are we under this illusion that the Dirty Dogs are like half decent or like a bit of star power? On Raw they get jobbed out every fucking week, but yet here, it's like, why not just move Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler back to NXT? I know they're kind of going for the outsider gimmick of all these guys are invading NXT and trying to take the belt and shit. But at the same time, guys, yeah, I mean, this was no bad. But when you see them being portrayed as jobbers on one show, but on the next, it's great. It just kind of sums up that NXT truly is developmental. But anyway, guys, I'll give NXT a 2.5 out of 10. Some decent stuff, but some garbage overall. But until next time, peace. Yeah, look at me, man. I got my thumbs up, yo.